Hi, my name is Michele Cuomo, and I'll be reading pages 91 through 122 of The Words We Keep. Chapter 12. I replay every moment in my mind on the drive home. The way Micah looked at me, saw me, the way my body buzzed, standing next to him, overlooking our art, the way it's still buzzing now. And perhaps the most incredible part, how for a brief moment, the monsters shut up. But the thoughts of Micah and the beach cut off abruptly when I see Dad on the porch, pacing, one hand gripping his phone, the other raking through his hair. "It's Alice," he says. The buzzing in my veins give way to ice. I told her to be home by 8, but she's not answering her phone. Dad's trying not to panic for my benefit, but is failing miserably. My monsters come with a vengeance. What if she needs help? What if she's hurt? What if she's hurting herself? Stacy's face is lined with worry as she puts her hand on Dad's shoulder, tells him to come inside. She's out with friends. I'm sure she's fine. Dad shakes his head as his call goes to voicemail. She could be anywhere, doing anything. His voice falters on the anything, and I have to go upstairs to escape the look on his face, the worry he usually hides. In my room, I text Alice a short plea. "Please call. Dad's scared." So am I. I check the box under my bed. All blades present and accounted for. "What are you doing?" Margot's voice makes me jump guiltily. "Just cleaning up." I shove the box back in its hiding place. Margot has traded her wizard getup for her pajamas that make her look way younger than 10, because they're about 6 inches too short and feature some sort of unicorn monstrosity. Her eyes are pink and brimming with worry. "Do you think she's okay?" I nod, trying to be reassuring, but Dad's anything rings in my head. "You should be going to bed," I say. She shakes her head. "Not until Alice is back." I don't have the heart to tell her our Alice doesn't seem to be coming back, now or ever. She jumps into my bed and curls into my side next to the history textbook I should be studying. "Where do you think she is?" "Honestly, Margs, I don't know." She snuggles closer. "What's wrong with her?" "I don't really know that either, but seriously, sleep, now." Margot sighs. I'm clearly failing her on the big sister front. "But it's not like contagious, right? Like, we won't get it." While she talks, she bites the fingernail on her ring finger. "It's not the flu," I say, swatting her hand away from her mouth. "It's in her head." "So it's not real?" "No, it's real, but it's like her brain is..." I pause, searching for the right words. Sick? Not quite right. Broken? Diseased? Still feels wrong. It's not like Alice has worms eating through her frontal lobe. I think through all my definitions and WebMD entries I've read about bipolar disorder since her official diagnosis. Basically, she swings wildly between manic highs and depressed lows. Looking back, I guess the ups and downs have always been there, but that was just Alice. She could be moody, unpredictable, but what teenager isn't? And she'd always swing back again, until she didn't. I think it's more like her brain isn't working the way it used to. Margot nods thoughtfully, her body toasty warm next to me, snuggled upright just like Alice and I used to do. Within 3 minutes, she's out, her chest heaving up and down rhythmically. I text Alice again. No answer. And even turn to the 100-acre wood. Texts. Logo Lily. "Any idea where Alice went tonight?" 100-acre wood. "No, why? What's wrong?" Logo Lily. "Nothing." But also, maybe everything. There's so much else I want to say to Micah. About the beach, about how my mind felt free for the first time in months. But the moment has passed. Like always, Alice has eclipsed anything and everything else. She's always been the center of whatever room she enters, like a supernova, all light and sparkle and energy. But here's the thing about explosions, bombs or supernovas, or really anything that erupts in a startling display of grandeur and light. When they're done and the fire has all burned out and the show is over, they always leave a hole. So we're all here standing on the edge of the Alice-shaped chasm, all our gravity still pointing to her. And even though I feel like I might vomit at the thought of something bad happening to her, I kind of hate her for it. Almost midnight and still no Alice. Margot zonked out beside me, and the words of my history book blur, and Dad's footsteps fall up and down the front hallway in a steady, nervous rhythm. I absent-mindedly pick at the tiny scabs by my eyebrows, crusty reminders of my too-deep excavation the other night. Stop it. Why do you keep doing that? People are going to start noticing a bunch of scabs on your face. But my mind starts spinning and my fingers start picking because somehow it helps calm me, keeps me from having a full-on meltdown again. So I slide my hand to my waist instead and find a small bump, a hair follicle maybe, or a scab, a piece of not quite perfect skin. I pick it off. I find a fresh one and pick that one too, then another. And for a moment, my brain reacts, resets. My body unclenches. Before long, blood coats my fingertips. What are you doing? I need to clear my head. What I need is a run like before my brain started short-circuiting, when the heat of my feet and my heart were my safe space, my space. I slip my hand out from under Margot's head and tie on my running shoes. Downstairs, Dad's sitting at his desk, rubbing the back of his neck, his face wan, his shoulders slumped low. He looked so different from the superhero dad of my childhood, strong and capable with all the right answers and a kiss that could make all the owies go away. But now he has the same expression as on the night of the bathroom floor. Helpless. I don't want to bother him, so I tell Stacy I'm just doing my regular route around the neighborhood. She looks almost as lost as Dad when she glances up from the phone she's staring at like she can will Alice to call. She nods absent-mindedly, and I slip out. My feet hit the pavement in a familiar rhythm, one foot in front of the other. Thud, thud, thud. Just me and the breath pulsing in and out of my lungs. A nighttime rain has wet the streets, and I inhale the sweet scent of the jasmine bushes as I breathe deeply, trying to calm my body, my mind. I've run this neighborhood so many times. I know all the twists and turns by heart. Before I can stop it, my mind shoots back. It's January, and the night is cool, and I've been trying to hit regional qualifying times. After her blood on my hands. Help me, she says. I'm helpless, worthless. I make her bed 16 times. Back in the present, the memories flash, fast and furious and fresh. My heart gallops ahead of me. My lungs reach for air. The all-too-familiar wave shivers down my arm to my fingertips, grips my throat. I turn back the way I came, hoping to get home before a full-on episode strikes. That's the last thing Dad needs tonight. I reach my house, still on edge, and dip my head down to stop the wooziness. Seriously, what's wrong with you? Runner's block? Writer's block? Just blocked. I stealth in the front door. A voice fills the house. Alice. My body deflates with relief. She's here, and she's yelling, words tumbling out, angry and pointed. I'm 18. You're treating me like a child. She keeps going, saying she's done with therapy, how it's not working, how none of this is working. Stacy and Dad try to talk her down, try to convince her that it is working, that it's just going to take time. They don't even sound like they're convincing themselves. I tiptoe up the stairs and close my door to block out the sharp sounds. Margot has switched from my bed to Alice's. An hour later, when the voices have settled and Alice finally comes in, she looks from our little sister to me. What's this? She's been doing it since you left, I say. Gets scared in her own room. Margot wakes slightly when Alice shifts her over. You're home, Margot says, reaching up to pull Alice down by the neck. I was so worried. I'm home, Alice whispers and retucks Margot. She doesn't even change into pajamas before sliding into bed. She turns to me in the dark, her short, un-Alice curly hair backlit by the streetlights through the window. Even though I can barely see her, I can tell she's looking at me, like really looking at me, which is 2 parts unsettling and 1 part nostalgic. I didn't mean to scare everyone. Alice's voice is small and tight. Just sometimes I can't breathe, you know? I do. I do know. I almost say it too. But someone has to hold this family together. Logo Lily's word of the day. Nullispire. Noun. The feeling of not getting enough air. Your chest is moving, lungs inflating, but you're still left gasping for breath, wondering if you ever truly inhaled. From Latin, nulla, none, and spirare, to breathe. Chapter 13. That night I dream I'm in the ocean. Alice walks towards me, made of light and water, air and love, but she can't reach me. She disintegrates into the waves. I scream for her, but suck in only ocean. Salty and cold, it fills me. A wave tosses me upside down, right side up, tumbling me like a rag doll. I want to swim up, out, but I can't. Tell up or down or out. So I just keep spinning, turning, tumbling. The waves whisper to me, come, join us. It's easy, just let go. I believe them. I let them take me. I become the sea. I gasp await, my lungs hungry. The edge of my dream remains. Water, waves, Alice. You were screaming, she says in the darkness. I suck my voice back in, inhale it like seawater. Deep, deep. My lung fills with ocean and words and screams. I wake again, more fully and drenched in sweat. Alice hovers at the side of my bed, a ghost in the night. You were doing it again, she says. Sorry. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm terrified. Fine. She retreats to her side of the universe, and I stare at the ceiling, my fingers pressed against the vein in my neck. 165. My fingers are sticky and my side hurts. In the bathroom mirror, I lift my shirt and turn sideways to get a better angle on the side of my abdomen, right above where my jeans normally hit. There, where no one else can see, is a patch of bright red, angry splotches where I've ripped open my skin in my sleep. Disgusting. I wipe the blood off my stomach, rinse it from my hands. Back in my bed, I open my planner to the last page. So the evidence of my questionable sanity. I add a new line. I am clawing myself to shreds. I can't keep doing this. Across the room, Margot's huddled up right next to Alice, holding on for dear life. We can't keep doing this. Even if Micah does help me find my muse, which is still a huge if, it's going to take a lot more than UC Berkeley to save this family. I flip a blank page of my planner and make a new list. 1. Win the poetry contest. 2. Get the real Alice back. 3. Fixing own crazy. Simple. Easy. Totally doable. except I have no idea how. Searches. How to help someone with B. How to help someone with bipolar. How to help someone with borderline personality disorder. How to help someone with body dysmorphia. How to help someone with bulimia. How to help someone with body image issues. How to help someone with back pain. Why do I pick? Why do I pick my skin? Why do I pick my lips? Why do I pick my scabs? Why do I pick my nose? Why do I pick my scalp? Why do I pick my nails? Why do I pick fights with my boyfriend? Brain won't stop. Brain won't stop thinking. Brain won't stop racing. Brain won't stop thinking at night. Chapter 14. The Google gods diagnosed me with about 1 million disorders, and as much as I hate to admit it, there must be something to Micah's panic attack theory. My late night internet deep dive tells me it's like the survival mechanism we learned about in biology. Your body pumps blood and oxygen to your arms and legs, getting ready to either battle or run. Your pulse spikes, your lungs inflate. It's simple science, fight or flight. But what if there's nowhere to run and the only person to fight is yourself? By school on Monday, I have exactly no muse and no idea how to help Alice or myself. I also have zero idea how to act around Micah. We haven't talked since the beach. If I could, I'd Google how to be normal around a boy after sharing an oddly intense moment atop a cliff while he was half naked and you had just spilled intimate details about your messed up mind. Alas, no search engine in the world is equipped for my next level neurosis. And my brain is doing what it does best, taking something shiny and new and turning it ugly. You've already told him too much. He probably does this all the time. Other girls at the beach. Makes them feel endlessly interesting and unique. And you fell for it. And you shared so much. Idiot, idiot, idiot. It doesn't help that every time I look up, Sam shoots me suggestive eyebrow signals from across the room. So now I'm sitting across from Micah during today's collaborations session, staring at my empty notebook, trying to think about the way he looked at me, trying not to think about the way he looked at me as we watched our art slip away. Earth to Lily, his voice predatory. Don't tell me straight A Lily Larkin is having writer's block. Damson has sauntered over now. My heartbeat picks up speed. Do not freak out. I look around for Gifford, but she and Friedman have left the room, so I try to recall the pages of suggestions from my late-night Google search on how to stop a panic attack in its tracks. Join a club. Get a fridge spinner. Just stop thinking. Mind over matter. Deep breaths. I inhale as deeply as I can, but my chest seems to be stuck and I'm scratching at a scab on my stomach, even though I told myself I wasn't doing that anymore. But it's not working. And just as I start slipping out of my body, Micah stands up, grabs a notebook, and hands it back to me. Like she's gonna let you see our idea. You probably just steal it because believe me, it's amazing, right, Lily? Micah's staring at me, offering me an out. Definitely, I sit up straight. Amazing. Kali flashes her smile, not smile again, and flounces off, her ponytail whipping unnecessarily hard behind her. But Damon doesn't leave, just grabs Micah's sketchbook from his desk. As long as we're sharing ideas, he covers his mouth in faux shock before turning to the drawing toward his buddies. On the page, Micah has drawn a boy, his mouth wide, screaming. And inside that mouth, the same boy, screaming again, and on, screaming. Boys spiraling back into eternity. Dude, that's messed up, Damon says. They teach you this in the loony bin? In one moment, Micah's in Damon's face, his hands balled into right, tight fists, his eyes full of darkness and rage, so different from the boy on the beach. Is this the Micah everyone whispers about, the one who got kicked out of his old school for fighting? And Damon's telling him to settle down, man. And Micah's looking around like he's waking from a trance, seeing everyone staring at him. And just as quickly as it starts, he sits back down, trains his eyes on his desk, opening and closing his fists slowly. Damon holds the pad out to Micah, who doesn't even move 1 millimeter. Damon laughs and chucks the pad into the metal trash can by the door, but Micah just stares at his desk, eyes forward, jaw gritted tight as Damon pops open an energy drink near Micah's ear. Payback's a bitch, Damon says before dumping the liquid in after the sketch pad. I wait for Micah to say something, to defend himself like he defended me a second ago. When it's clear he's not going to, I jump up and shove Damon out of the way. Do you have to be a tool all the time? He smirks and drains the rest of the drink into his mouth before chucking the empty can into the trash. I pull out the sketch pad and let it drip dry for a second before handing it to Micah. He wipes it with the sleeve of his hoodie, but the screaming boy is all but obliterated. Why didn't you do anything? I whispered once the onlookers had departed. Show's over, folks. Nothing to do, he says, ripping out the wet pages. You heard, Principal Porter. Probationary means playing nice, keep my head down. Damon would love nothing more than for me to go all manic Micah and get kicked out of here. Prove the rumors right. He stops trying to salvage the drenched notepad and throws it back into the trash. He closes his eyes a moment, and when he opens them, the darkness is almost gone. So, he says, are all the guys at Ridgeline such Neanderthals, or was I just lucky enough to piss off the biggest douchebag in the place? Just lucky, I guess. And you dared this king of the D-bags? Who told you that? I have my sources. Oh, you dated this king of the D-bags. Who told you that? I have my sources. I want to ask more about these dubious sources since I've seen Micah talk to exactly no one since he got here, but I'm hung up on the fact that he knows about my dating history. He's asked about me. First of all, that was freshman year, so it hardly even counts. And second of all, I have officially filed that under things I regret doing in high school. My cheeks warm up when Micah raises his eyebrows. I mean, I didn't do him. I've actually never done. I take a deep breath. Wow, I'm saying a lot of things here, and I make it sound like I'm rewinding the last few seconds, and we'll just pretend like that never happened. Yeah? Micah shakes his head, grinning. wide. No way. That may have been my favorite moment of our partnership so far. Flustered looks good on you, Lily. I look down at my desk, biting my lip as my cheeks burn once more, which is all sorts of stupid. Well, I clear my throat. I'd like to personally apologize on behalf of Damon, and all the Ridgeline D-bags, and also to say thank you for saving my butt with Kali back there. I kind of froze. Yeah, I picked up on that. But she's right, we still don't have anything solid. One quasi-transcendent day at the beach isn't going to beat Kali or help keep my family and future from falling apart. Hey, we can't give up now, not until 2 of discovering your muse with the Micah method. Oh, it's a method now? That sounds like questioning. Oh, wow, it's a method now. Better. Friday after school, my house? Shall I bring my own rake? The bell rings and Micah gathers up his stuff. Just before he goes, he gives me that I've got a secret grin again, and his eyebrows reach upward. Oh, did I forget to tell you? You're in charge this time. Ridgeline Underground, 56 likes. Whoa, guys, check out Manic Micah's page at 100 Acre Wood. Some weird shit on there. 15 comments. Whoop, WTVF. What's with the cartoons? Go back to Fairview, freak. Text messages, Tuesday, 8 a.m. Logo Lily. You up? 100 Acre Wood. Always. Logo Lily. What did you mean I'm in charge? 100 Acre Wood. I mean, it's your turn to capture the muse. Show me what inspires you. Teach me something about poetry. Anything. Logo Lily. Micah, I can't even write a poem. How am I supposed to teach you? 100 Acre Wood. I don't know. Think outside the blinds. Logo Lily. Face. 100 Acre Wood. You did not just use an emoji. Logo Lily. What? It's the language of our generation. 100 Acre Wood. I refuse. Little cartoons to express emotion? Logo Lily. This from the boy. The profile pic of Winnie the Pooh. 100 Acre Wood. Officially insulted emoji. Logo Lily. Hold on. Logo Lily. Looking for an anti-establishment, damn the man, burn all the coloring books emoji. 100 Acre Wood. We're done here emoji. 100 Acre Wood. But also excited to be inspired emoji. Chapter 15. At school, Micah's been claimed. He no longer walks the halls alone. He's been interviewed and accepted by a clan, the artists. The girls wear shorts and black pantyhose and an obscene amount of eyeliner. The guys have wannabe dreads and share Micah's air of indifference about the names that Damon and his ilk shout at them in the parking lot. A few of them even wear socks like Micah. When I pass him at school, we smile, but we orbit in different circles. At night, though, when my house is dark and I'm willing myself to sleep, we meet in the 100 Acre Wood. In the ethereal space of the internet, we talk every night. He asks about Logo Lily's word of the day. I tell him that I make up words to make sense of the world. Tuesday, 11:15 p.m. Texts. Logo Lily. It's like we have these 26 letters. That's it, 26, but you can arrange them a million different ways to mean a million different things. They become yours. Logo Lily. Does that make me a total weirdo? 100 Acre Wood. Yes, 100 Acre Wood. But the world could use more weirdos. He talks about the drawings he's working on and how his dad was an artist before he passed away. He talks about drawing, how drawing helps him feel like his dad's not really gone. He tells me he has to draw to keep everything from festering on the inside. Art saves him, keeps him in the here and now. Texts, Wednesday, 10:29 p.m. Logo Lily, so art is like your medicine? Hundred Acre Wood. No, Zoloft is my medicine. Art is my high. Look, Lily. How do you just put it out there like that for everyone to see? Hundred Acre Wood. Have to. Have to get it out. Get it into the light. Feels less dark that way. Look, Lily. Aren't you scared what people will think? Hundred Acre Wood. It's not brave if you're not scared. In the quiet of my room, with nothing but the sound of Alice breathing from 7 feet and a lifetime away, I tell him things, too. That I'm trying to qualify for state in the 400-meter, how my mom died when I was 6 because her heart only had enough strength left to bring baby Margot into the world before it gave out, how it's UC Berkeley or bust. Texts, Thursday, 1:15 a.m. Hundred Acre Wood. Why Berkeley? Logo Lily. It's the best, and it's always been the plan. Hundred Acre Wood. Should have known there was a plan involved. Logo Lily. So if we win, you turn it down? Hundred Acre Wood. I would. Logo Lily. No way. Logo Lily. Is that what the Hundred Acre Wood is all about? Boys who never want to grow up? Hundred Acre Wood. Could not be more wrong. And also, that's Neverland. College just doesn't fit into my plan. Logo Lily, which is Hundred Acre Wood. Don't make too many plans. Some things, though, I don't tell him, like about the episodes that send my brain into overdrive and my fingertips searching for skin to pick, or about that night I found Alice, or how I have to bring her and me back to save this family. I know Micah has secrets too, like what happened in his old school, the way Damon shoved him in the hallway, or the posts about him on the underground, the semicolon tattoo on his wrist. I don't ask about the words he keeps, and I don't tell him mine. Some things are just better left unsaid. Every night I find myself waiting for that little ding, and despite my best efforts, I find myself wondering about him. It's stupid, really, how much I think about him, about what rumors are true, about how this boy with his bright socks and big ideas doesn't seem at all like a boy on the verge, about his art, how his art is dark, but his smile is light. Like I told Sam, my brain has no room for boys. It's just nice to have someone to talk to in the darkness. It's also a nice distraction from the Alice of it all. Since the night of the missed curfew, she stopped going to her weekly therapy and started sneaking out in the middle of the night. I pretend to be asleep while she stealths out the house. I lie in the dark, my mind spinning, fingers picking until she comes back. Most of the time, I don't even know I've started scratching at my skin. All I know is it helped me focus on the pain instead of the panic of where she's gone, what she's doing. This is what Micah doesn't understand. Alice does not want to talk with me about anything. Mainly, we try to stay out of her way. I bury myself in homework while also trying to come up with whatever it is I'm supposed to do for my next Muse Discovery meeting with Micah. Margot's lost in Harry Potter, and Dad's still trying to convince everyone that things are back to normal, except he's taken on extra evening classes just to escape. And Stacy, she's appointed herself the captain of the Alice Pep Squad, constantly trying to yank Alice out of her post-Fairview front. Alice, come do yoga, go for a walk, find a hobby, figure out what the hell you want to do with your life before you drive us all crazy too. So far, she's helped Alice sign up for online classes and convinced her to join her daily yoga sessions, which is more progress than I've made in my Help Alice Be Alice Again plan. Every online search I do ends up with the same answer. Give your loved ones time. Be there. Give them space. So I give her space. So much space I can hardly see her anymore. And the only progress I've made in my own brain is that I've clipped my fingernails so short that I can't scratch holes into my stomach. In the evenings, we sit down to vegan organic spreads created by Stacy because pleasant family meal times is one of the top Fairview tips. So we sit, doing our damnness to obey the rules, around a dining table with inedible food, trying so hard. I fear one of us might burst into flames. I watch from outside my body like we're on a sitcom. Tonight's episode, Family Pretends Everything is Fine. Camera pans out, revealing a perfectly normal family eating some sort of Elmer's glue-looking tofu. Dad, how was school today? Lily, who is not really Lily because real Lily is doing backflips on the ceiling, inspects jiggly substances on her fork, puts it back onto her plate. Dad, tapping hard like it's a family microphone, faulty microphone. Hello, is this thing on? Margot, my team got into the final round of Math Olympiad. Dad, that's great, honey. You gonna win? Margot, definitely. I made a whole set of flashcards. Dad, that's my girl. Margot beams. More scratching of forks. The sister, formerly known as Alice, pushes fruit around her plate, making eye contact with no one. Lily, not Lindley, wonders if everyone else is doing backflips on the ceiling too. Under the table, she picks at her skin. Turns out short fingernails are no match for monsters. Stacy, this is so nice, having everyone around the table. Dad lays hand on top of Stacy's. Dad, I feel like we're finally putting this whole thing behind us. The sister, formerly known as Alice. And by this thing, you mean me? Dad, no. Oh, honey, no. That came out wrong. I just mean the sister, formerly known as Alice. Yeah, thanks. I know exactly what you mean. Shoves her chair back abruptly and stands, plate in hand. The sister, formerly known as Alice. May I be excused? Dad nods. Alex exits. The entire room exhales. Dad pushes back from the table slightly, runs his hands through his hair, and stares at his barely touched tofu. Stacy, squeezing Dad's hand. It's an adjustment period for all of us. Dad, putting on his everything's fine face. Lil, how's that poetry contest coming? Lily, perfect. Under the table, Lily bleeds where no one can see. End scene. Thank you for sharing this reading with me.